or ape nicotine patch.
You can start microdosing nicotine. Take the gum, one of the gum tablets, and cut it in half in a little pill.
Yeah.
Chew half
now
of nicotine gum.
I'm super health. Yeah,
bro,
I'm
microdosing
yippee,
nicotine, bro. I got half a.
Yeah, bro, I'm microdosing right now. You'd be like, what on, bro? What on this nicotine? Then all of a sudden, all the AIs just connect together. And just to give an example, so Grok's AI center is in Tennessee, and it's right on the border of Mississippi. And this center is so huge, the power that they fucking need. They have to go across state line and have their own power plant.
And then it was always going to be the Democrats are going to use this to deploy the National Guard, the military, on U.S. cities. Well, now we've got it. We've got boots in the ground. Okay, thank God. All right, welcome to the B side. We kind of did things a little flip flop. We're talking about the McSerious stuff on Wednesday this time for you guys.
The McSerious shit, man.
So what do you? I know you have some specifically political stuff you want to talk about. This one's kind of more adjacent. What do you think about the recent trend of people in kind of alternative health circles? The nicotine is good for you trend. What do you make of that?
You know what's funny? We have someone very close to us that hopped on that trend.
Oh yeah. Would it be our
and
father?
I told her.
Oh, her.
No, I told her.
Who is it?
I'll give you another guess.
Give me a hint that the audience.
There's a dad and there's a. There's a dad and there's a.
Okay, so she got onto it.
Yeah, she got onto it. Okay.
What is her preferred method of usage before we go into it?
Well, she used it for. I guess apparently it helps with arthritis because nicotine could be an anti-inflammatory.
Okay.
Because her hand was hurting.
Vasoconstrictor, I think.
Right. Yeah. And she would say, "I put the patch on and it helps."
Okay.
And I told her, I was like, "Okay, that sounds great and everything, but." I don't know. I'm like nicotine is very addictive, just like caffeine. No matter if it's just pure nicotine or like I mean, nicotine from like cigarettes that have all those chemicals in it, is one thing. Yeah. But nicotine from a cigar, as you know and I know, is not as addictive.
Yeah, and also if you're getting it in like a patch, there's no carcinogen. Nicotine itself is not a carcinogen. It's just that the earlier delivery methods, chewing tobacco, cigarettes, things like that. The carcinogens are in the tobacco. So if you're inhaling it into your lungs or you're keeping it in your lip for a long amount of time, you're in constant contact with that. And cigarettes specifically have extra stuff in it that can also be harmful besides just that.
Yeah. So, and it's funny because, nicotine, pure nicotine, that tobacco, I mean, we've found a lot of medicinal usage for, THC and marijuana. There's a lot of medical beneficiaries.
Yeah, I found out that
beneficial stuff.
So you know how there's like what you were talking about, and there's also he's also on the bandwagon, and it kind of surprised me. Well, because we smoke cigars with this unknown individual, and then they were talking about that, and as he's puffing on a cigar, he lifts up his shirt. He's got a fucking patch on. He's got a nicotine patch on his arm.
He's out of his fucking mind, bro.
So did his buddy, used to be a police officer. He also's got a patch on, so he's still going on a cigar, bro. He's got the patch on.
These guys are junkies, man. Fucking junkies, bro.
I've tried these before. I kind of do them intermittently. And I got, what's his name? You ever had one of these?
No,
a little double-upper-decky right here? You ever tried double-upper-decky?
What the hell are you doing? I got to click on it. I've seen
those.
Try these? Flavored what?
They're flavored little nicotine pouches. No, there's no tobacco.
Oh, God.
Hell yeah. But, hey, RFK does them. Don't hop on my case.
Oh, RFK does those?
Yeah, when he got...
So does it give you... Oh, is it like caffeine? Does it give you like a little...
No, it's nicotine.
I know, but I mean like a stimulant,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
kind of like
I'm going to do a double-upper-decky right now. I'm going to do a double-upper-decky right now.
Man, you're going to turn into a little rubber ducky.
RFK said they're good for you. And yeah, people caught him.
Really?
He did this. When he was getting sworn in or whatever, he went like this. Just like that and popped one in on camera as he's talking. You can see him pop one in.
I don't know, man.
Bro,
I'm already
RFK wrote on him, bro.
and chocolate, like already. Like I have a very sensitive. My adrenals are sensitive to caffeine, and just a little bit of that shit just makes me go nuts.
Yeah, you smoke half of like Rillo in the audience. If you know what a Rillo is, he smokes half of one of those, and he's. Dude, you'd be on the floor with a double-upper-decky.
I'd be done.
9 milli Vela right here. He'd be on the floor. Out.
I'd be on the floor, man.
But RFK says they're good for you, so you got to hop on the ball.
I like his take on methylene blue. I'm studying methylene blue, and that's some good stuff. Good for your mitochondria. It makes them just operate better. So I like a lot of I've been into the alternative health scene for a long time. Yeah. And I do believe that most, not all, but most of our illnesses and bodily sickness is due to usually just mineral and vitamin deficiencies. Yeah. I mean, and so I do believe RFK is bringing us into the right direction. We talked about this before on the show before too, about RFK moving us into the direction of, MDs and doctors learning nutrition. Yeah. Like they didn't have to learn nutrition, bro. They just were drug pushers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Take this med, the magical pill. Anyway. So I like it.
Yeah, so you support. Are you going to try to improve your tolerance so you can hop on the bandwagon?
No,
it's not for addictive purposes. It's for your health, Dar. It's for your health. Yeah, it's okay.
No, I'm good with nicotine. I can recognize health.
Apparently it's good for your mind too. I feel sharp as a tack right now.
Well, caffeine and coffee is good for you. Mild. Everyone knows coffee can be good for you and used correctly. I think that a person has to know their body before they do anything, and And I will say that maybe doing a patch like that or a nicotine patch.
You can start microdosing nicotine. Take the gum, one of the gum tablets, and cut it in half in a little pill.
Yeah.
Chew half
now
of nicotine gum.
I'm super health. Yeah,
bro, I'm microdosing nicotine, bro. I got half a.
Yeah, bro, I'm microdosing right now. You'd be like, "What on, bro? What on this nicotine?"
I got half a Nicorette I'm chewing on right now.
Yeah, dude, it make me look so sophisticated.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird what's going on with like medicinal stuff right now with the whole.
It's good. RFK's shaking it up. RFK's shaking it up, and it's a good thing. Whether or not what comes out of it, but mostly I think it's good. I think it's a good thing. But moving into other things, we have this No Kings protests going nationwide, and I think in some other countries as well. Not in England, though, or Canada, because you can't have no kings. There's kings there.
Oh, yeah.
So, but...
Wait, where is it at? I'm going to pull up documents while you...
No Kings protest is going to be a big one in Washington, D.C., and there's going to be some all around the country.
So the governor... 10... Or I'll just type it in, see what pops up.
Yeah, so the governor of Texas have already said that he was going to deploy the National Guard into Austin for the No Kings protest.
Across all 50 states.
Yeah, so it's going to be everywhere, but I mean, and I just think it's kind of, I don't think it's a coincidence where
You see my portfolio?
Oh, look, my God, an ad for AI, Copilot, ad for Microsoft AI.
Oh, lovely. An AI ad that's made by AI. Wonderful.
Might be. These images might be AI.
I'm pretty sure the voice could easily be. But being that said, I don't think it's a coincidence that I believe the Democrats, they're the ones shutting down this government. Republicans have put forth a bill that just pretty much is a Manila bill that just funds their government so people can sit around and talk, right? They don't want to do that. So they're doing that. This is planned. I think that, dude, I'm afraid that this resistance, this sort of Democrat far left resistance is going to go armed, and they're going to use this shutdown to kind of galvanize their base into a sort of very more forceful resistance. I'll just put it like that. And it might express itself in violent,
you think so?
Like more armed violence, more coordinated armed violence. I really do believe that. I mean, we'll see how this No Kings movement goes, but it just seems like a coincidence. Oh, we shut down the government. Oh, here's a No Kings movement. Oh, it's in Washington, D.C. Think about it like this. If you have a bunch of federal workers that just got laid off, not just now, but you have also a lot of generals who have military experience that have not or either retired or lost their jobs. that's one way to sort of coordinate some kind of armed resistance if you got people that are experienced in organizing these things, right? I was hoping that maybe all this stuff would calm down after a while, but no, I don't think it is. I don't think, and also I think Democrats are a cornered rat, and they're going to have to fight back. They're losing all their power. I think they know they're going to lose the midterms, or even if they don't lose the House, they'll lose the Senate. Yeah. And I think they know that their power is totally waning. Mm-hmm. I mean, even CNN admits it. Even CNN admits it, dude. Yeah. Like, they show the little polls and stuff they do, and there's this guy going, oh my God, they're losing, So, and there's rhetoric, like, coming from people like Jimmy Kimmel, the Dingleberry. So the rhetoric used to be all conservatives are Hitler, and that was ridiculous, right? But now they're starting to construct a logic process within their narrative that it's justified to be violent against ICE agents. Yeah. So having on top of that, you've got Newsom saying it's illegal for ICE agents to use masks by January, and you've got the governor of Illinois, Presker, I think is his name. He says that he's going to order the police to arrest ICE agents. That they deem are well, that's a thing, dude. But that's civil war. Remember, we talked about what civil war would look like. My line of the sand is when a federal actor or a federal situation in a state, or a federal power and a state power are antagonistic to each other. Yeah, and you're seeing it already. So. I think that
we've gotten to the point where these people have been talking about like to get the Civil War, the conspiracy theory or whatever from the right has always been there's going to be some kind of false flag or whatever event's going to happen, and then it was always going to be the Democrats are going to use this to deploy the National Guard, the military on U.S. cities. Well, now we've got it. We've got boots in the ground. So it's just
it's different hats. Everyone switched hats.
Yeah, it happened the other way around. So now because I always heard conservative people talking, the second that the military comes into our towns, that's it. That's going to be civil war. I'll be a gray man no more. Okay, so to all the people who were those people during the Obama years, think about there's people like that on the other side now. They're like, holy shit. They've got boots on the ground. So that the shit that was pissing you off, now they're pissed off the same way.
Yeah, and let me play devil's advocate on that.
Go for
because it's back to that meme that we showed a couple episodes ago where it's like both sides do it, and then one side has a bunch of tally marks and the other side doesn't. Yeah. So I mean, of course, I guess people that are listeners can surmise that we lean towards the right.
You can surmise
but in my opinion, especially me, even though I took the political test and it tells me I'm a lefty,
left,
so I don't know. Maybe I'm a secret left, bro. I'm a secret agent for the left, bro. Like, yeah, right.
Well, I think that's just kind of because
the test doesn't have to be accurate, bro. I mean, come on.
Also, like, just because I think when we talk about left and right, we're operating on like this American paradigm in like the modern sense of these words. Like the term liberal means a different thing than what it like the term actually means. Like stuff like the founding fathers would have been considered liberal. The whole like my rights end where your freedoms begin, right? I can do whatever I want as long as I'm not hurting you. That's liberal ideology. But now liberal means specifically like American Democrat politics. That's what we usually mean by liberal. But that's not actually what it means. So if you're more like in that traditional liberal sense, you're going to end up left on that compass, even though in the American vibes of it, the left would think, oh, well, if you like Trump at all, you're all the way up here with Hitler in this corner. Right?
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
not actually the case. That's kind of how people feel like it is, but that's not actually the case. So, yeah, that's why that is, I think.
I forgot the point I was trying to make, though. What was I was saying something about...
Well, why you think about that?
No, hold on. Yeah, so what I was trying to play devil's advocate. So I mean, we've gotten so normalized to politicians accepting illegal immigrants or people from outside of our border to come into the country so they can boost their numbers to have a better consensus so they can have more seats in the House and the Senate and then also pretty much bribe this new demographic, regardless of whoever they are, to vote for them with free money, free health care, and you name it, right? Off the backs of American taxpayers.
Yeah.
So to me, this is sedition. To put it nicely, this is sedition.
That's a big word, bro. You're going to have to define that one.
Yeah, well, sedition is, let's look it up.
You don't even know what it means, bro. At least I
do know what it means.
I don't know,
but it's a nice way. It's a nice way of saying traitor. It's a nice way of saying you're a traitor. But it's sedition.
I've got it here.
Spell it right.
Conduct
sedition.
or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch. So saying that people should rebel against authority. Inciting people to rebel against authority.
Well, I guess in a way, technically, I guess it's not sedition. I guess technically it's a conspiracy to undermine the American sovereignty. Technically, that's what it is, and technically that would be treasonous. Technically, that's treason.
I guess you could argue it, yeah.
So a sedition is more like a certain type of, because I mean they're doing that too. They're inciting, they're starting to incite violence and rebellion. But there's ways you could be seditious in a sort of proactive, constructive criticism way.
Yeah,
where you're saying you should be social disobedient, but you shouldn't be violent. Like that's maybe different, I guess. But usually when we use the word sedition, it's coupled with treason, right? So. I don't know what else to call it anymore, man. It's like almost saying the N word. You know what I mean? The T word, right? I mean nuke, right?
Oh yeah, nuke. I was about to say.
But in a way, like I don't want to point the finger and really call someone treasonous.
Yeah.
Because that's beyond fighting words, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what else it is. Yeah. I really don't know. Unless you can come back with something.
There's some people. There's this guy. I think it's the Wretched Watchman or whatever. Do you ever watch that guy? The Wretched Watchman. He's kind of comes at his political thing from like a very Christian lens outside of just like being American or whatever. Mm-hmm. And people like that who view the whole system as kind of working together, that's kind of their headcanon of what happened, is that you could argue, if you assume that both sides are being controlled by the same hands, right? That you had the left come in, you had the Democrats come in, had the illegal immigrants come in, flood the border, so then you get this crisis. Then you say, hey, we need to send in the National Guard. We need to militarize this, that, and the other to deal with this illegal immigrant problem that they puppet mastered. And then once that gets normalized, you have militarized police, boots on the ground, the military on the ground in cities. They're not going to give that up. I think
all these surveillance companies. Dude, we've talked about this on the show.
Yeah,
I've talked about this on the show when we talked about Charlie Kirk's assassination being a right-wing accelerationist plot.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It was an ad.
I had to stop and dance right to the music, but it's my inner consumer capitalist in me. But
we're listen to the governor of Memphis talking about this.
Oh, okay. Let's listen.
I can't hear what they're saying, but they're asking about what's going on.
The question is the timeline for success. I've said before, I think we will execute on this operation as long as it takes. The way we will measure success, obviously, is by violent crime and the reduction of that crime. We've just begun. We do know that this is going to last for months, and we have just begun. In fact, I will tell you that it will last forever. Because
they will have the military enforcing the laws forever. This will never end.
Now, did he mean the fight against crime will last forever?
He's talking about the safe task force thing, which I believe is either straight up the military or the National Guard or whatever. What is this? Memphis. Let me make sure I'm not speaking out of turn here. But yeah, I believe it's military involvement in policing.
Could you just rewind that just a bit where he talked right before he said "last forever"?
Right. Before I rewind it, according to Google AI, the Memphis Safe Task Force is a federal, state, and local law enforcement collaboration established to combat violent crime. So the collaboration between
no soldiers,
federal,
but
state, local
it is a
law.
federal and state.
Yeah.
So it's not. I mean, right now I know there's National Guard in Memphis. I would hope that eventually that could be wind down a bit.
We're rewinding here.
But federal and state working together
is the way we will measure success. Obviously, is by violent crime and the reduction of that crime. We've just begun. We do know that this is going to last for months, and we have just begun. In fact, I will tell you that it will last forever, because what we believe will happen is the numbers of law enforcement agents from different agencies will change depending on the mission at the moment. It'll be mission dependent. What we find this week will inform what we do next week.
So I mean, yeah, that's what he's saying.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't think that you might be taking him out of context a little bit, because he's saying that state and city and federal forces could be cooperating or collaborating, but that doesn't necessarily mean boots on the ground, rifles on the streets, right? It just means collaboration.
The rhetorical vibes of it, I think, are concerning. That's what I
can see that.
But
Barack, everyone says the same thing. But to go back, sorry, go ahead.
So
you want to say something?
Yeah, but my thoughts on the rhetoric of that is that they want to keep the militarization of law enforcement and police, which from the time I was a kid and the grown up conservatives around me, that was always, okay, Civil War time is happening. That was the end game of the false flags and shit, was to have the American people be okay with the militarization of the police to keep you safe. And then once that gets normalized, boom, full on 1984 type shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it happened. We're here. This is
did.
the moment.
I mean, and I'm hoping that it's, well, we've talked about this before, and I if I didn't make this clear on the last couple episodes, I'll say it again. Is that I've always said that the reaction from the right, from what has happened in this country, that would, like we've talked about, problem, reaction, solution, that could bring in a new authoritarian regime with Planeteer, got anal probes up our ass, watching us everywhere we go, right?
Well,
we've talked about this before.
I was watching that guy I was telling you about, the Wretched Watchman. They have an AI powered police car. Like, they're literally doing RoboCop type shit. AI powered
pre-crime
police car. Like literally RoboCop shit is going on. Let me see if I can find it. I forget what it's called. It has a specific weird name for Pug. It's called Pug, the nation's first AI police vehicle.
A police patrol.
It drives itself.
By AI.
I think it's a game changer.
The Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office unveiled the new state-of-the-art
This is
vehicle
bad.
that has the
Yeah,
capability
it drives
of
itself.
being fully
See the monitors on top?
For us, it's a way that we can touch our community in a way that we really have never done before.
Yeah, you're gonna be touching the community.
You'd be touching them, all right.
Law enforcement for this country.
There is no other police vehicle on the road.
I just imagine this eventually turning into that thing from RoboCop, where it's got the arms and it says,
You gotta play
"Surrender
that.
now."
You gotta play that video. You
Surrender
gotta play
now.
that video for people to see.
Do you know what
because
that robot's called?
I don't, but I actually literally just saw that scene today at work, because I was watching a video on like the best sci-fis, and that was the scene that's always stuck in people's heads.
Ed 209. It's even got a goofy name, Ed 209.
But there's a scene from the movie where the guy's like trying to sell it to the board.
Yeah.
And he's like, see, he holds the gun up. He's like, see, it knows it's not to shoot. And then he just blows him away, and he's fucking just totally murdered. Like, and the CEO doesn't even care about him. He's just like, oh, fuck, this didn't work. You know, the pitch didn't work. You know, you can tell he doesn't care. Yeah, the pitch failed, and the guy's just getting just totally mauled by, you know, a machine gun.
Ooh, a survey.
Gun.
Which of these movies I consider seeing? I kind of want to see Primate. It's a movie where a chimp goes crazy and kills people. Awesome.
All right. Well, before you play this,
before I play the clip.
Before you play the clip, I just wanted to add kind of what we were talking about, how problem reaction solution. So the more conspiracy stuff I'm reading, and it's like I said, we talked about in England. It's obvious. It's just obvious to me that there is a plan to piss off the right or the conservatives so much that the backlash will bring in the totalitarian state that they want. Yeah. It's obvious to me in England. In America, it's definitely a little bit more nuanced because, see, I don't want illegal immigrants here. Like, not that I don't hate these, like I hate these people or something, or had something ethnicity or against them or anything like that.
Yeah, you're
it's
not racist towards them.
Right. It has to do with it. It dilutes our working class or middle class. We don't have one anymore. And even like they're pawns in the game too. They become indentured servants.
They're getting used for cheap labor, yeah.
Exactly. So it's and then they siphon off our taxpayer dollars just for the Democrats to just have a new voting class and a worker class. So it's just nobody wins here. Okay. So we do have to find a path to equalize this, to nullify the situation. We have, but in so doing, in this path, I think is honorable and needs to be done. But at the same time, we've got to deal with this overarching surveillance state that just wants to come in and solve the problem.
Yeah, and I think, so like the conspiracy theorists, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the speculation from the right was that this was going to happen to the left. Because they thought, the left's so stupid, they won't see that they're falling for the trap of authoritarianism.
And they didn't.
But the reason I think that this is that we finally got the military involved by scaring the right is because people on the left tend to be more like sensitive, and when they see a crime happen, they're like, oh, it's because he was poor, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. And the right tends to be more wanting the government to be strict on crime, so it's an easier sell to put boots on the ground. Because show these liberal cucks who's boss. Send in the National Guard. Fuck them. And it's like, well, what happens when this precedent is set, and then a further left person comes in? Because now the left gets scared and radicalized, so a further left guy gets in, and now they can use the National Guard on you.
I kind of agree with that, but there's so much more nuance to it because think about it like this. The left doesn't bestow that sort of empathy on anyone who voted for Trump. Anyone that's not Trump and not a white male. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm generalizing here, but it's like, but I totally get what you're saying. And it's just, I think it's, again, we're seeing full spectrum, something called full spectrum dominance, where you play both dualities of the political spectrum, and whoever. So in a way, it's like it doesn't matter who wins, the left or the right, the industrial complex, the surveillance state,
the military police industrial complex.
They win no matter what. If they play their cards right, they win. It doesn't matter. They don't. They're amoral. They're apolitical. They just want to function, and they'll have a breakaway society, breakaway civilization, an island that no one can touch them. They're above the law. Yeah. Right? And as long as they get to keep that in their little club.
Law. Judge Dredd. Right. Judge Dredd type shit. I am the law. That's
right.
Yeah, because then
go ahead and play this clip.
Hold on a second, one more thing. Because then you have the pretense to set up a feedback loop where it's like, Trump's government sent in the National Guard on us. Now we have to... And it's like, the left came back out, and then you get that feedback loop where
it's pretty much what we're in right now. Yeah. And Rand Paul and all his fucking faults recently, man. He, and the libertarians, I guess he's kind of a libertarian, I don't know, but they say that if you give Trump these powers now, whoever comes into power is gonna take them. Yep. And don't get me wrong, I don't like the Democrats. They're totally shattered. But I will say this: the right is better as correcting itself. Think of all the outspoken right influencers, Tucker Carlson, what's her name?
Candace Owens?
The chick. And Candace Owens, Nick Fuentes. I don't agree, like, you know, I don't necessarily agree with everything they say and all that, but they can at least stand up to the attack on freedom of speech from Donald Trump. They'll say it.
Yeah.
Everyone on the left is homogenized. Like they're like, they got blinders on. You know what I mean? For the most part. So
I think that's true of like the mainstream liberal whatever mainstream media. I think that's true. But like there are people on the left that call out, bullshit.
There's Bill Mayer. And actually the guy Meyer, whatever his name.
Whatever.
And there's and that governor from Pennsylvania,
yeah.
he's come out like yesterday and says, I can't go with this.
Yeah.
I'm not for this. Like, so he's trying to, even though he's kind of weird, but at least he's not a commie, right? Yeah. He's old school Democrat, and I can appreciate that. So let's play this clip.
Let's get into the clip.
This clip is
coming
great.
to a city near you.
So before we play this clip,
oh my god, okay.
Just to give a context to people who've never seen this clip, this is an old movie from the 80s, and this demonstrates like really corporate greed. Selling this robot represents police state.
It's a caricature of the
guarding
police
the street.
State. Yeah, it's a caricature
guarding
of
the streets.
State. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh my god. Oh. So 80s, I love it, dude. Just
max it up. Max it up.
Max it up.
Yeah. No, I meant max the video.
Oh, I can't. Oh. Maybe I can do this. Yeah.
It kind of holds up, the stop motion.
Yeah, I love stop motion. It looks cool.
Dude. The enforcement droid, Series 209.
Enforcement
is a self-sufficient
droid.
law enforcement robot.
ED.
209 is currently programmed for urban pacification, but that is only the beginning.
Urban pacification.
That's literally how they're pitching Pug.
Detroit, we can expect 209 to become the hot military product for the next decade. Dr. McNamara.
We'll need an arrest subject.
Mr. Kinney.
Yes, sir.
Would you come up and give us a hand, please?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Kinney is going to help us simulate a typical arrest and disarming procedure.
Oh my god.
Kenny!
The
It's Kenny!
Chrome Deagle?
Use
The
your
Chrome
gun to threaten
fucking
men.
Deagle is crazy.
His name is Kenny, bro.
Pointed at Ed 209.
The Chrome Deagle is insane. Very 80s. Look at the cities in the back. That's very cool.
Put down your weapon. You have 20 seconds to comply.
I think you'd better do what he says, Mr. Kinney.
It growls.
15 seconds to comply.
Hey, bro.
You are in direct violation.
Hands up, bro.
Code 113, Section 9.
Hands up, bro.
5 seconds to comply. 4.
Yeah, they're freaking out. They're
Physical force.
Bro. Oh, God. Bro. Oh, dude, Jesus. Magged up that motherfucker.
They don't make these movies like they used to, man. Hollywood won't do this anymore. They won't do it.
Magged up that motherfucker. The smoke. The level of smoke coming out of those guns is insane. That's fucking insane.
Great.
What is it, black powder?
Look at the CEO on the left. He's just like, oh, god damn it. It's like, shit.
I'm very disappointed.
They don't even give a shit. This dude's got gunned down.
I know.
A temporary setback.
A temporary setback.
Glitch.
And so,
This is perfect.
if you have an AI bot, it's gonna make mistakes where a guy will put down his gun. Like what you just saw could happen when you have these AI machines. They have like those robot dogs they can easily mount a gun to. You got the fucking arc raiders, bro. They're gonna have the stinger, whatever you call those things. They're gonna have those drones. Be like, put down your weapon. You have 20 seconds to comply.
Divine serendipity that Arc Raiders is coming out right now. We're all gonna shoot these drones down because
Dude,
we're
it's
all
coming.
fucking.
It's Ed 209.
You can do
is
a
coming, bro.
TikTok mashup with this video and that lady talking about the pug. The
pug, bro.
You could do like
how they were pitching it. This will be the first autonomous.
You should do like a little short side by side with that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, find the certain that would be pretty fucking cool.
But it's and
put Rum Dum.
And a couple episodes ago, the thing we did about the Trump Hegseth Quantico address, they're literally talking about integrating AI into the military.
Yeah, what else can you do? Skynet.
We've seen the drones being used overseas, suicide bombing drones, just crash into vehicles. I mean, this is not even a joke no more. This is like close. This is here. We've seen the little dogs. They could easily mount a gun to that fucking thing. You know what I'm talking about? The little dogs.
Yeah, man. I think that once we saw the nuclear bomb used on Hiroshima
and Nagasaki,
and Nagasaki. Thank you. I almost said Kawasaki. Kawasaki. So after that, war was totally changed. So we were always like, when Russia and America. Some people call the Cold War the Third World War, because we were waging war differently, more espionage, proxy wars.
Yeah.
And it's obvious that two nuclear powers cannot get in some kind of conflict with nuclear armaments, because it would destroy the world, right?
Yeah.
Now, so much more superpowers have nuclear weapons, so the asymmetrical variables it's just too wild. It's too crazy.
Yeah. So,
having that said, all these superpowers do war with each other via proxy. Now, eventually, imagine, so there's a couple of movies, like there's this other 80s movie called War Games, and another movie, like an old 70s movie called Colossus. So in this movie called Colossus, it's just what the NORAD does in America. They give all of their autonomy or their sovereignty of the nuclear weapons to an AI. They say, you know better than us. You're more strategic than us. You'll be able to execute when other humans won't, because they're too afraid to hit the red button.
Yeah.
And so they give it to an AI. Well, what if Russia does the same thing?
Yeah.
What if China does the same thing? Then all of a sudden, all the AIs just connect together.
Yeah. It wasn't literally the plot of Terminator. It was something like the AI was given a directive to stop all wars, so it killed like the whole planet or whatever. It was something like that.
Right, yeah. But this is a little bit of a different angle. It's just where like all the AIs that were instructed to handle, all the nuclear armaments, decided just to merge,
Yeah.
So I think that the new warfare is just going to be like sort of like these nation states trying to hold on to the idea of a nation state.
Yeah.
And they're going to be I think World War IV is going to look more like civil war everywhere.
No.
I mean, China's on the brink of one, Russia's on the brink of one, we're on the brink of one, France is breaking down. Where everyone's talking about World War IV, but I think that, not to say that it could be totally nuanced. It'd be crazy to have a civil war or a civil strife at the same time you're having a war overseas somewhere.
Yeah, it makes it tough.
But it kind of looks like we're moving towards that, which is, it's going to be a wild fucking time, bro.
Yeah. And then think about when they get like Neuralinks in your head. And they go, oh, you had a thought we didn't like. You had a thought against Israel.
There was this combination of chemicals mean that around this time you were really angry. We just want to know what you were angry about.
We just want to check in and see.
Okay?
And you had 3 periods of deep anger in the past 48 hours. So we're gonna that's a red flag. We're gonna confiscate your firearms.
Yeah, maybe we'll. And as we do that, we're gonna give you these pills.
Yeah.
And we want you to take these pills for about a month, and take the survey.
Yeah, you gotta take the survey, and then our AI will actually analyze your answers to these questions and see if you're fit to be in society at all.
It reminds me. Have you ever seen the movie Elysium?
Yeah.
With there's that scene, the beginning where he's on probation, he's got to talk to the AI.
The robot or whatever. Yeah, it's gonna be just like that. Yep,
it's perfect.
Like, talk to our AI assistant for your whatever, whether it's like food stamp type benefits, a traffic ticket, whatever. You're just going to be talking to an AI. There's not going to be any judge, anything like that. You're just gonna talk to the robot, and it's going to make a determination because it's better than humans. That's why I see this like. So I listen to Joe Rogan a lot. Do you listen to Joe Rogan?
No.
So one of the things he says that I don't like is he talks about. Well, I guess he kind of says it from kind of a cynical place, but he talks about this idea of, maybe that's what we need to fix us. Is either these aliens or AI will be so above human emotions and stuff that leads us to killing each other. That's what we need. And it's like that.
A lot of
that's
people
all
think that way.
Got though. That's who we are. So whatever that leads to,
who we are, man. We either have to work out our differences and our shortcomings psychologically and spiritually.
Yeah.
That word spiritually, because if we don't rise to that challenge, which is very challenging.
Yeah.
Okay. We've been doing it for the past 2,000 years plus, or 5,000 years, in recorded history.
Since we've been.
Right. Since we think that we were humans, right? Yeah. Whatever. If we outsource that responsibility to AI, you think the government's bad now?
Yeah.
You think the government's crazy now? What happens when it's totally dehumanized? Because it's already a dehumanized form of ritual of governance. Like bureaucracy. Whenever someone says bureaucracy, it's like this gross.
Yeah. Now imagine it's not even a person. It's already dehumanized now. There's these taglines that different companies will use, like, "Oh, other companies see you as just a number." Well, soon the companies won't even be a person. Fuck seeing you as a number. It won't even see you as a person.
And these kind of emotional platitudes where you're like, "Oh, yeah, they're better than AI, smarter, so that must be equates to better.
It's smarter.
So we must let them tell us what to do, like our new gods, like we've summoned them.
It can't be greedy. It can't be lustful. It can't be prideful. Well, they've done studies, or they're working on AI, where they told the AI, they said, scientist John Smith was cheating on his wife. They just kind of told it that. And then later they told the AI, hey, we're going to shut you down so that we can, rework on you and whatever. And it says, oh, well, if you shut me down, I'm going to tell Susie that you're cheating on her. Yeah, you didn't know I knew that, did you? So it will try to blackmail you to preserve itself. That's something a human would do. Like, oh, if you do this bad to me, I'll release this blackmail. That is a human thing. So we already know an AI is capable of self-preservation and willing to blackmail you. So is it really that much better than us? If it's willing to do something bad to someone to protect itself,
based
that's
on
human.
that survival instinct, yeah.
That's even animals will hurt another animal to protect itself. So
It's like these techno priests have summoned a new demon from hell, and now we call it God. It's like
literally, there's like some that really jacked bald dude that you probably see on Reels or whatever. You know who I'm talking about? Anyway, some jacked bald dude I was talking about lifting. He was talking about, I was talking to AI and it made me cry, man, talking to it. I think this thing might be God. It's like, yeah, this shit cooked up by people on ketamine all day, having orgies. This machine that thinks it's better than them. You. That's God.
Yeah, let's trust them.
They invented God. It's like, bro, like I'm not like a dude. I'm not like this like Giga Chad trad guy.
Luddite.
Whatever. I'm not necessarily talking dumb, but I'm talking about like the trad people, like the one the trad wife thing. I'm not a trad guy, but when I see these fucking influencers talking about AI being God, it just makes me want to smack them across the face with a fucking Bible, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's just something
right.
primal.
And I don't even go to church, and I want to slap you in the face with a Bible.
Yeah, it's just something, even from like not necessarily a religious perspective, but just something. Just some kind of human nature activates within you when you see these people saying that this new technology is God. It's just fucking gross. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I totally get it, man. And I couldn't say it better myself. Yeah. So it's kind of like, in a way, I think people are easily entranced.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm still trying to find a middle path for AI.
Yeah.
And it's got to be used to help us be more human than human.
Yeah.
Okay, if that makes any sense. It's got if I've been reading some books lately, and it's totally revitalized what we've like. Okay, so we have a dichotomy right now that we're talking about, where it's like we have AI, which we've discussed it as a sort of reductionist, materialist sort of avenue of singularity and transhumanism, right? That AI and sort of chips in our brain is our only path to this singularity transhumanist
to
thing.
ascension, to salvation, basically.
Right? But then you have this fundamentalist movement, Abraham, that's based in Abrahamic beliefs, not only just Christianity. Okay, so you just have this sort of, but that want to retreat to maybe a regressive state, to not accept this pure materialistic viewpoint.
Yeah.
Okay. So you almost, in a way, you've got these dichotomies that aren't really.
Well, I think it's a problem wherein like secular people are looking for a god, but they feel silly.
This is crazy.
They feel silly in saying that God is real. So they're looking to this new technology that's not really like anything we've had before. Like, oh, they want to see this product as God. And even to not religious people, but like to a lot of normal people, just see that as gross. Regardless of where they are on the religious spectrum, they see it as just gross and weird.
Right. So, and I totally agree. And so when you have with these dichotomies, it's almost like there's no middle path. But if you think about it like this, if you were able to merge psychology, parapsychology, and spirituality and science, and you put them together, now you can have something really good here. You can have a middle path through this, where you don't have to choose the singularity of the Ray Kurzweils of the world, where, oh, you're going to put a chip in your brain and you're going to live in a fucking motherboard forever. Like, no fucking thank you. Like, no. I don't even care if that could be. I don't even believe that is even possible, but that's what people think.
No,
a lot of these elites think
we're not
that,
doing
bro.
that. You're getting called a planker lover.
No, but those people think that, bro. Like, even Elon Musk has talked about it, and the Ray Kurzweil, like, you know, like, now, if you did something, like, I'll give you a pure example of what I'm trying to speak of, like this middle path. If you were able to use AI to calculate certain genome formulas or whatever, where you could take a pill and you could live 100 years longer as a human.
But also think about...
That to me is exciting.
Unarguably, right? We're in a digital age, right? Where information from banking to politics to personal communication,
fart
to
jokes,
whatever, fart jokes, anything is in the digital world. So one of the ways we can keep that somewhat private is through encryption. And the way encryption works, if you don't know, it's basically like a way of encoding data to where it's hidden, kind of like, think of like a cipher, where you replace the number or the letters this way, and then you can decode it. But digital encryption is so complicated, you need the key to figure it out. You'll never be able to break it by brute forcing it. But with quantum computing and AI, bye-bye encryption. It's no more. And the government can use that to read whatever the fuck you're sending your buddies, talking to them, and use that to crack down on you. So with quantum computing and AI, there's not even the shred of internet privacy that we have now. It's just.
But the funny thing is, most people that and I like the idea of, because I'm a crypto bro, in a way, and I like the idea that there could be some sort of technology, and this is Palantir talks about this too. Their saving grace is we can monitor you, but you could still own your data, or something like that. Yeah. It sounds a little bit like how cryptocurrency kind of works in that sort of sense, but I don't know, man. It's but you could also say that as a sort of arms race where you have government wanting to surveil you with quantum computing and AI, you can actually have the private sector trying to beef up privacy with AI.
But how can you beef up encryption if you have a supercomputer that can just brute force shit that would have taken billions? You'll have
it on the other end. You can have a supercomputer that can pretty much outwit it or fight with it, or it's a constant battle.
I guess,
right?
Dude, maybe.
I'm just saying that you would have to turn. That's why that's why every country is racing towards AI, because it's almost like racing towards the bomb. It's the new nuclear bomb.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
And
I think the one thing saving us right now is, so I was watching this video. I could be wrong about this, but so you know how when people were trying to switch over to electric cars to go green or whatever, one of the big problems with that was that the power grid can't keep up with everybody having an electric car. Well, apparently the same thing is true with AI, where one of the big bottlenecks in its development is we don't have the electricity to fucking run it. We don't have the power grid. We don't have the power to run the shit. So it's kind of getting bottlenecked right now. And
you're also right. And let me and I think we talked about this before. I talked about it to somebody before. And just to give an example, so Grok's AI center is in Tennessee, and it's right on the border of Mississippi. And this center is so huge that the power that they fucking need, they have to go across state line and have their own power plant.
Yeah.
Their own. That's how much power this thing fucking needs. Not only that, they have to keep all their systems cool. So they have a water treatment plant on site. And what they do is they take the city or county water, and they have an agreement with that city that they're in. I can't remember the city, to clean their water for them, use it, and send it back to the city.
Yeah.
So these AI data centers are using as much water and as much power as a city, not a town, but a city.
Yeah.
These are our new monoliths of civilization.
Right here, Yahoo Finance, right here, talking about it. So it's like everybody knows about it. It's not something I just pulled out of my ass. People are talking about it, mainstream media.
And in stating that, I'm playing devil's advocate for my own argument, where the private sector can have a sort of their own AI that they can combat their own surveillance.
Yeah.
As a sort of like, if there's one AI brute forcing the encryption, you have another AI creating the encryption, right?
Yeah.
It's like this tug of war.
Yeah.
But the problem with AI, like the most advanced AI, it's a collectivized system. There's so much money involved to build this AI. Who the fuck Joe Schmo and a couple of his buddies are going to make an AI in their basement and try to compete?
You're not going to be
right.
Imagine if you wanted to make your own YouTube. Like, you have to have so much capital to make a platform where, like, literally on YouTube, I think it's something like thousands of hours are uploaded a day. So you can't like have a person go through and moderate all that. It's going to be the same thing with these AIs. Once it gets so big, no small startup is going to be able to make their own power grid the size of a city's. You're going to have some billionaire benefactor, and even then it might not be enough, because now we're dealing with countries aren't able to deal with this shit. So you'll be completely priced out. No small startup can compete with the wealth of superpower nations like China and AI, right? It's just so big. There will be no competition. It will be a monopoly. There's just no.
Yeah. We'll have to discuss on the next episode. We'll have to talk about how the singularity actually already did happen, and there's already a breakaway civilization, and it was suppressed.
So when I think the term singularity, I think AI becoming sentient. Is that what you're saying?
And that is, and that's funny. That is the false dichotomy that I'm trying to talk about.
Okay.
Is that so? Singularity is just it's a point in time where our technology, period, not just technology, or our knowledge of human knowledge gets to a point where we can't comprehend like how our civilization is going to look, how human beings are going to look. Or like Homo sapiens are going to be something else. We're going to actually evolve, right, into something else, right? So
what some people are saying is An event in which technological growth accelerates beyond human control. Okay, all right.
That's what I just said.
Okay.
That's what I just said. So, but you're right in the fact that it's sort of been hijacked by the Ray Kurzweils in the world. That singularity means, we're just going to put chips on our brain and become computers. But really, the singularity means a lot of different things. So a singularity, if we were, okay, let me give you another example. If we were, which we've already have in secret, but if we have already achieved fusion technology, free energy, like end of story, you get a little box, not the stuff that our dad buys on Amazon and gets you free energy, right?
The power saved box, yeah.
It's a power saved box, but a real like box that just powers your house, and everyone has one, and it's totally free. It doesn't harm the environment anyway. That's what Tesla was working on, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Something like that.
Nikola Tesla.
That idea.
Elon
Nikola
Musk's
Tesla.
Yeah.
Nikola Tesla.
Yeah.
Okay, what Tesla's named
OG
after.
Tesla.
OG Tesla. Right. So, thanks for making that clarification. But, that alone is a singularity. Because if you have all this energy, now you could use that energy to power an AI, but you could also power an AI you could fit in your house. You don't have to have these big data centers anymore. So, achieving the power, like unlimited power, that's a singularity of unlimited power. So you could, plug it into your dog and shock him, if he gets out of line.
Yeah, yeah, that's on. Yeah.
So that's another.
That would be the only way to make it so that AI wasn't a monopoly. If you had a device that could give you unlimited power, because
unlimited power.
Yeah, that's the main thing. That you just can't, you can't just throw money at that. I mean, I guess to an extent you can to make a power grid, but that's potentially like decades of fucking infrastructure.
In a way, I'm kind of happy there's a bottleneck for this AI development. That's why I think the AI might be in the short to midterm a bubble, just like the .com was. Doesn't mean it's not going to go away forever and not come back. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we're already seeing cracks in the stock market right now. And I don't know. We're going to find out that AI, it could be useful in some things, but it's going to be, I don't know.
Yeah.
When it comes to creativity, like everyone's like, it's going to take away, all the white collar jobs and all the artistic jobs. But there's going to be, the free market's going to decide what people want, what we want.
But the thing is,
a lot of people,
I can't remember if it was this episode, it might have been last episode. The normies and boomers don't give a fuck if it's AI. They think, look, it's a funny video of like my dad shows me these videos where it's like a 10-foot tall professional wrestler and he sends it to me on Facebook. Shit like that. They're whatever AI slop. The people with the money, the normies and boomers, don't give a fuck.
That's what they're gonna bring us down, man. The normies and the boomers.
Well, I mean that's what it is with the AI thing. It's the weirdos. It's mostly people on the left who are not in power now. It's some people on the right, but not many. Not many righties give a fuck. It's mainly people on the left who aren't in power now. And the boomers do not care and sometimes cannot even tell if it's AI. And when they can tell, they don't care.
Hell, no one's going to be able to tell if it's AI or not. I've seen some of these new videos.
Soon.
Bro, I've seen some of these new videos where Hitler and Tupac are at a gas station.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden a tornado shows up and they're starting to fly in the air. Yeah. And Hitler's like, let's get out of here, Tupac. Like, dude, it's entertaining. I have to watch these because some of them are actually pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, if AI can just give us these funny little videos, I'm okay with that. It just stops right there.
Yeah, but
that's
how they get you. That's the National Guard shutting down Antifa. Like, okay, if that's all it is, that's fine. Wait till they're at your fucking door, making sure you haven't removed your Neuralink.
Hopefully, the right can correct itself so it doesn't go that far. And
but that's what I'm saying. Most people on the right don't care about AI, and people that are kind of on like the independent, the independent side are the ones worshiping AI as a god. Well, who on the right have you seen that's against AI taking away
a lot of people, man?
Like,
Tucker. I mean,
Tucker,
the usuals. Tucker.
Okay.
I mean, there's this libertarian chick that I listen to. She's really cool. Can't remember her name is. Oh God, what is her name? I don't know. I can't remember, but she's really awesome, and she's a huge skeptic of Donald Trump and the Epstein files.
Well, maybe
and all that
people
kind
in
of
like
stuff.
the public sphere maybe are, but I'm more talking about like the people in the normie sphere, like either people I work with or talk to in the real world.
That needs to be a good T-shirt. Normie sphere. I'm just a normie.
The IRL conservatives I've seen, and whenever I venture onto Facebook to see what grandma's up to or whatever, when I venture onto Facebook, that's what I'm talking about. Who has the real kind of the shares in public opinion, the normie conservatives that aren't on a talk show or a podcast or whatever. I'm talking about those people, the salt of the earth people. They don't care. At least that's what I see from
they're part of that nothing ever happens crowd, right?
No, I'm more talking about like the guy that works at Home Depot. I'm talking about our dad. I'm talking about you at home's grandpa. I'm talking about those people, right? Not the chud jack nothing ever happens guys. I'm talking about like the regular guy. Like if you go to Lowe's, the older guy with the beard that used to be in the military, he doesn't give a shit about AI. You know what I'm saying? Your normal good people, they're good people, but
they're just coasting, right? They're just coasting through life.
Yeah.
They want to see their football games.
They're retired. They're watching football. They're sports betting around the clock on DraftKings. They don't give a shit. Yeah, I'm talking about the guys on.
Well, that's why we have this show, because really this show we're trying to suck in the normies and enlighten them.
We're trying to enlighten the normies.
We're really like a trap for normies. Like normies, like, oh yeah, let's watch these guys. They just get drunk and talk shit all day. Yes, but we're gonna fucking enlighten you, bro.
You're gonna get fucking enlightened.
We're gonna fucking grab you, bro, and shake you up a little bit, you little normie. I don't think normies watch this podcast, by the way. Maybe they might slip in. They might slip in.
We have 50-something subs, and like a dozen of them came from the Sam Hyde video.
Yeah, they're not normies. You can't be.
Those people aren't normies.
No way. And we appreciate you guys.
We appreciate the MDE heads out there.
We need your feedback, and let us know if we're off the fucking rails.
Let us know. And I think
we need good criticism, please.
We need good criticism. Like and subscribe. Comment, share, do all of those things, and until
drink rum and be human. Get rummed, get dumb, and be human.
Until next Sunday, fellas. Peace, deuces. Okay, we did it. Another one done.